Hi, it's Taylor Wells. Welcome to my meditation all about connecting with your inner being. So, before we begin, make sure you're wearing comfy clothes, so PJs, sweats, a bathrobe, anything comfy. And then find a space where you can totally relax and have privacy. So you can sit down, you can lie down, wherever and however you feel most comfortable, go there. And then once you're there, once you're in a comfortable place in your home, in comfortable clothing with some privacy, take a very deep breath in through your nose, and then open your mouth and exhale. Good. Take another deep breath in through your nose, open your mouth and exhale. Good. Take one more deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth and exhale. Nice. Now, notice all the muscles on your face. It's not something we usually do. So notice these muscles and relax them. And relax your jaw. Notice if you are holding tension in your jaw, and notice how it feels as you purposefully and intentionally relax that jaw. Now notice your shoulders. A lot of people hold a lot of tension and stress, anxiety in their shoulders. So relax those shoulders. Take another deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth and exhale. Good. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Good. One more deep breath in through your nose. And deep breath out through your mouth. Good. So, your shoulders are relaxed, your jaw is relaxed, your facial muscles are relaxed. Nice. Now notice your hands and your fingertips. Just notice them, become aware of them. And bring energy and light and warmth to your hands. That might sound a little bit weird, but just try to focus on your hands and try to bring some energy there. Notice if you can begin to feel warmth in your hands. It takes practice, like anything. Good. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth and exhale. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Good. One more deep breath in through your nose. And a deep breath out through your mouth. Good. So, facial muscles are relaxed, your jaw is relaxed, your shoulders are relaxed. You might be beginning to feel some energy, some warmth, some light in your hands and your fingertips. If not, no big deal. This is a practice. Okay, it's a muscle like anything else. We build it with practice. Now, take your energy to your abdomen and feel light and energy moving through your abdomen. And then down through your hips, down through your thighs, your knees, your calves, and down to your feet and your toes. Now focus on your feet and your toes. And as before, when you thought about your hands and just thought about bringing energy and light and warmth, almost a heat to your hands, do that to your feet and your toes right now. Take a deep breath in through your nose and open your mouth and exhale. Good, inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Good, one more deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth and breathe out. Good. So people often ask me, how do I connect with my inner being? So to start out, let's just talk about who your inner being is. So you are you here on this physical plane, Earth, and that's your physical body, right? So we're breathing through our physical bodies. We're focusing on our facial muscles, on our jaw, on our shoulders, on our hands, our fingertips. We move down through our bodies, down to our toes, our feet. And we were practicing moving energy, light, maybe warmth and heat through our bodies, right? So that's your physical body, right? We're aware of that. And that's kind of the easier, more mainstream thing we're talking about right now. Now, your inner being is the broadest consciousness that is you. It's your broadest you, your expansive self, your all-knowing self that is energy. Okay, so it isn't physical, it's energetic. Now, this inner being, now some people, these are just words, right? So you might call your inner being your soul, or your spirit, or your highest self, your best self. So many words, there are many, many words. Maybe think about the word that you have used for this part of you, that part of you that is the most authentic, shiny, bright, sparkly you. Right? So when you think about a little baby, a little newborn baby, and they're just so shiny and sparkly, and they don't know, right? They don't know how to fear, how to hate, how to worry. They're just pure light and love. That is your inner being. That's a way to think about your inner being, rather, okay? That's helpful to a lot of people. So, your inner being is this pure, broadest consciousness, this broadest, shiny, bright you. It's you. Your inner being is you, right? So you've got your inner being, and then you've got your physical self. So it's sort of a dance between the two of you throughout this lifetime. And I'll tell you how you know when you're connected, really connected with your inner being. Well, you feel great. You feel happy. Now, there are a bunch of different ways to feel great, right? You feel happy, you feel at peace, you feel excited. These are some ideas. It's all the higher top part of the emotional scale. So you feel excited, you feel hopeful, you feel happy, you feel at peace, you feel connected, you feel appreciated, you feel confident, you feel admired, you feel respected, you feel looked up to. You feel proud, you feel included, you feel accomplished, right? You hold your head high. Now, you are connected with this inner being part of you more than you know. And usually at least once a day. I also call this being in the vortex. Again, these are all just words. You can use whatever words you like. These are words that I've chosen. And as always, take what you want and leave the rest. If it resonates, keep it. If it doesn't, just chuck it. No big deal. So, unless you are in, as one of my coaching clients coined this term, I love this term, I'd never heard it before, deep rest, which is depressed. She had gone through a time of depression, and she said, Taylor, I called it deep rest, right? So if you're in that sort of lower end of the emotional scale, if you're depressed or despairing, you are not connected with your inner being, right? You're disconnected. And that's too strong of a word. You're never disconnected, okay? Your inner being is always connected with you. You are your inner being. That's you. You've just kind of lost that connection momentarily or throughout this, deep rest, right? Being depressed or despairing or feeling guilt or worry. That's all the lower end of this, the emotional scale. And how you know you are connected is when you're feeling those better feelings, right? The higher end of the scale. So when you are on the lower end of the scale and you're not feeling connected with your inner being, people ask me, Taylor, how do I connect, right? And so that's what this meditation is about. So hopefully you're relaxed now in your body and feeling your breath moving through your body, feeling ease in your body, and feel the crown of your head. So that's the very tip top of your head reaching up toward the sky. And if you're sitting, feel your seat, your bottom kind of grounding down, so the earth energy pulling it down. If you're lying down, you could feel that as well from a lying down position. So you're feeling grounded and also lifted concurrently. So the way to tap into your inner being is to ask for that connection, is to intentionally choose to connect with that part of yourself. To make a choice to decide that feeling good is most important to me. Now this sounds super simplistic. However, if you follow this guidance and actually choose, make the choice that feeling good, that focusing on what feels good, thinking thoughts that feel good, and doing what feels good is most important to you in any moment, no matter what the to-do list says, no matter what your inner critic says, you will practice connecting with your inner being more and more. And your inner being is super, super receptive to this. Your inner being is always on call, ready to connect. Okay? So he, she, they, however you identify with your inner being, never says, well, she hasn't listened so far, so forget it. I'm out. It's never like that. Your inner being is always ready to be ready to connect. Okay? Your inner being doesn't care where you've been. Your inner being is like a GPS. So she, he, they doesn't say, where have you been? GPS just says, take a right on Rumstick Road and a right on Cha-Cha, right? It doesn't say, where have you been and why are you just asking me now? And I gave you directions before, why didn't you listen before? Your inner being doesn't do that. Your inner being, which is you, that's you, is pure, bright, sparkly, unconditional love. Now, unconditional love, those words have been really kind of misused over the years. Like, people don't really even understand what it means, in my opinion, anymore. What that means is love without condition. So not, you'd be perfect if you were different, or I will love you more if, or. It's I love you, period. Exactly as you are right now in this now moment. Now, if you can, and I know you can, truly, unconditionally love yourself now, in this now moment, you're free. That's pure freedom. So, your inner being, this is going to surprise you, does not forgive. Because your inner being has never judged. Back to unconditional love, right? Love without condition. So when you judge another, you've disconnected in that moment. It's too strong of a word, but I can't find a better one right now, so I'm just using that. I'm going with that. So when you feel awful or icky or not great, you think it's the condition, the person, place, or thing, but it's really that you have disconnected from that broader part of you, your inner being, who loves that person, place, or thing, who has never judged, so does not need to forgive. Okay? So, in this meditation, we're going to breathe a little bit more. What you're learning is there's nothing mystical or creepy or woo-woo about this. This is about, right now, in this now moment, choosing to intentionally connect with the broadest part of you, the shiniest, sparkliest, happiest, most unconditionally loving part of you, and doing so by choosing any thought that feels good about anything, by choosing to do what feels good, and with time and practice, momentum will build, and before you know it, you will be operating from your inner being most of the time. And that is when quote-unquote miracles happen. And that is when you manifest with ease and grace and knowing. And you're satisfied along the way. So take a very deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth and exhale. Good. Another inhale through your nose. Open your mouth and exhale. Good. Now one more breath in through your nose. Open your mouth and exhale. Really good. So listen to this meditation whenever you would like to remember how to connect with your inner being. And remember, you are your inner being. It is the broadest part of you, your most expansive self. It's the you when you feel fantastic, when you feel excited, when you feel smart, when you feel wise, when you remember things, when you realize things, when things occur to you, when you get great ideas. That is your inner being. So start to note that moving forward. Ooh, I think I'm connected with my inner being right now. And on the other side of that, notice when you're not connected. Ooh, I don't feel so good right now. Note that you're not, in that moment, connected in a strong way with your inner being. So come back to this meditation often if it was helpful, and remember that all that matters is now and moving forward, and the more you connect with your inner being, you can actually rewrite the past.